Message from November 13th, 2014. Prayer, goodness, and spiritual life. Vibration, as you can feel, is everything. This is affinity thought of the universe. Everything that vibrates either attracts or repels, depending on its affinity. Ignorant brothers attract their peers, while the more enlightened more easily seek and receive help. Everything depends on each one's heart, intuition, and the feeling behind every thought. That is what makes the magic happen, as the other worker mentioned. No sincere prayer goes unanswered. Everything is truthfully evaluated. How? Forget Earth's bureaucracy. At the speed of thought, everything happens very quickly. You would be amazed to see it. You might even think there is no criteria at all, given how fast the analysis is made. Even the individual's complex issues are examined by various spirits with different responsibilities and skills. There is so much care for you from the spiritual plane. Imagine a very well-organized company on Earth with thousands of employees operating 24/7, highly specialized. The difference here is that the number is much greater, and there are no strikes, no discontent, no salaries. So great is the joy in serving Jesus. I know what you're thinking. This sounds like one of the books of fiction, but it's not. As you can see, truth is not the privilege of a few, but shared with everyone equally. It's so good to live here in the spiritual plane, he says, without favoritism, without cutting lines, without persecution. But no matter how much we enjoy it here, the time always comes to wear the bodily garment, the physical body. No backward spirits like us can make significant progress without incarnating, being the flesh as we are now. Interesting, right? For spiritual life, death is just a brief sign, a relief that allows us to recharge our batteries, see our family, learn a lot, and become aware of the new challenges and struggles that awaits us. But even with all the preparation, study, and care up here, as the time to descend the earth approaches, as we are going to be born, we get apprehensive, nervous, because we know we might fail and accumulate new debts. Think of an overdraft. When we leave Earth, we are usually in debt. Then, we work in goodness and solidarity to reduce it a bit. But the true lottery of redemption, forgiveness of our debts, is incarnation, living here in Earth. Of course, there is no such thing as luck here. Everything is carefully planned. If we accept what happens to us, it's like winning the grand prize, because we see a large debt significantly reduced. Isn't that something? That's why you should make the most of your incarnation, of your life. Picture the karma meter running backwards when you do a good deed. For those who have realized the need to try doing good every day, the discounts and promotions for the great master, Jesus, are even more impressive. He forgives and eases our burden, even when we don't succeed in helping, but try with all our hearts. No effort of yours is ever wasted, even if it is a shaky one. You know that sleep when you almost fall but manage to steady your foot and can't believe you didn't fall? Well, even that kind of last-minute correction earns us merit. Such is the Father's mercy, who sees all as little ones, sees all of us as little ones, just waking up and taking our first steps in the fields of good. Is that amazing? Yes, because it's the divine, and because the law of cause and effect is perfect. Lawyers here can exploit loopholes, says this because I'm a lawyer, because they don't exist. When it's time for you to ascend, me, you better find another profession, the spirit laughs. Because here the judge is one, perfect, and never make mistakes, so there is no appeal. The court is always the tribunal of our own conscience. Life here is peaceful because the greater Father knows our difficulties and respects our limits. So remember, if something unpleasant happens to you and you are going through a hard time, it's because you can handle it. Yes, you can. And if you feel you can't, then pray and ask for help. That's when you get the great idea, the inner strength to overcome anything. Well, it's time for me to go. And now for monopolizing the medium. A fraternal hug to all. Thank you if you stayed with me until now, until the next message.